Okay, so I'm going to create a new project. So file, new project, and I'm going to select it as an empty project, or if I want to select it as a console based application, I can select it as a console based application. So which will just create a main page. So just a main application it will create. So main.c it will create. So just I'm creating as a console based application. I'm selecting the language as C. So I'm giving the project title as structure static allocation. Okay, next, and then finish. So now, as I have created as a console based application, it is automatically created this main.c, so which has this empty hash include files and also my printf scanf. So I hope the text is visible, or do I want to increase it more? Is my text is visible, or do I have to zoom in more? The text inside my editor, code editor, visible. Yes. Okay. So now I'm going to create a structure. So struct student. Inside my student, I'm going to create. I'm going to create. So int roll number, and then character array name. So I'm giving the name size as 100, and then um, float average, and then character grade. So with this, I'm created my structure. So now I'm going to create a variable for my user defined array. So that is nothing but struct student s1. So this s1 will create the memory, and this memory is going to be a stack memory, so which will be created inside my stack. So now I'm going to get the user details. So the student name. So enter the student name. So scanf. So name is going to be a percentage yes, and I'll be getting it with structure reference with name. So as you can see, as I have given the reference operator dot, it automatically lists the name inside my structure. So since it is an IDE, it is automatically telling me these are the variables that are inside my structure, and you can get these values from the structure. So I'm using this name. So since it is an array, I don't want to give the ampersand symbol. So next, it is going to be student roll number, percentage d. Since it is a uh, integer, so I have to give the ampersand before it. So s1 dot roll number. So I'm just, for time being, I'm just copy pasting it. So now enter the student average. So for average, so it is going to be percentage f, and average is going to be dot average. Similarly, grade, and its grade is going to be a single character, so it is percentage c, and it should also have this ampersand symbol. So grade. So now with this I am getting all the user details. So now I'm going to print the details. So student details is sorry, name, percentage s slash n. So there is going to be s1 dot name, and then print of roll number. So that is going to be percentage d. So percentage d slash n. So slash n is to denote or represent it in a new line. So that's it. So roll number, print of average, percentage. I'm just going to print it as a with 2.2f. So with two floating points. So slash n. So this is going to be s1 dot average. Print of, and grade. Grade is going to be a single character. So it is going to be a percentage c, and it can be accessed by s1 dot grade. Okay, so just I have created a single student. I have created a structure, and I have created a memory for a single student, and I'm getting the value from the users, and also I'm going to print the value from it. So this is how we'll be creating a structure and getting the value and print the value. So now I'm going to build and compile and run. So build and run. Okay, oh, so there is some error here. Oh, I have given this. Yes, thank you. Oh my God. Yes. So I hope you can see this. So can you able to see this black screen, which is executing our output? Yes. So now I'm going to give the name Arun. I'm going to get the roll number. So roll number is 001, and I'm going to give the student's average. So average is going to be a 98.8567. Okay, what happened? It didn't get my grade, single character. What happened? So this is a common error. Yes, we have skipped it. Yes, so after getting any data type, after getting any numbers, that is a number or a string or a character, if I want to get a character, then I should have a slash n before. That is to skip the character slash n, or I can give a space before this, which will skip the upcoming character. That is, as we enter a float and we enter a hit, we are going to enter uh, we are going to press an enter key, and the enter key's ASCII value is nothing but slash n, and slash n is also a character in it. So what happens is this is reading it as a character. So to skip that character, I can give it as a slash n, or I can give a single space before this, so that will skip the next upcoming character and then it will read the next character. So there is a reason that it doesn't get my character. So now it will get the value. Name, roll number 1, and average is 98.765, and character grade. So character grade is going to be yes. So now it prints. As you can see, the name is roll number and average is float converted to 2%, and it is grade is yes. Yes. So this is for single structure, and if I want to create a student array of n students, so then I have to create an array of 100. So for n students, what I have to do? So before this, I have to get the n number. So int n. So enter the number of students, which will get the n from the user. So I'm going to get the value from the user. So scan of percentage d, comma ampersand n, which will get the n value. So based on the number of n values, I'm going to create my structure array. Yes, so I'm going to create yes as my variable name and number of memories to be created. So by using this, I'm going to get the values from the user. So for getting n values, I'm going to iterate it through. So for int I equal to 0, I less than n, and then I plus plus. Since it is an array, the index always starts from 0. So inside it, I'm going to paste the same code with one difference. What is the difference that I have to do? What is the difference I have to do here? Index, correct. So as we in the previous example, as what we have is a single variable, but here we have an index after it. So the reference name should be given with an index, that is with an index. So that's it. So that is the only difference we'll be giving it here. The index is given by I variable, so I'm just adding the index over here. Yes. So similarly here, so for our understanding, I'm keeping this as a, I'm telling which number I want to get it from the user. So this is going to be I plus 1. So this will represent the student's name and student's roll number. So if I want, I can add it for every users, but no issues. So this is just for understanding. So similarly, to print the n numbers, n students data. So what I'm going to do is for I equal to 0, I less than n, and then I plus plus. So here I'll be copy pasting the same entire details. So here also I have to represent the index of each student. So here just for our reference, I'm adding this. This is I plus 1. And here instead of a single variable, I have to add the index over here. So that I can get n students data easily. Yes, guys. Yes. Do you have any doubt in this? Do you guys have any doubts in it? Okay, just I'm going to execute this, build and execute this. Okay, so now it is asking me enter the number of students. So for our example, I'm keeping it as a 2 students. So enter the students, enter the student name 1. So there is going to be Arun and roll number 1, and the student average is going to be 98.876, and student's grade is going to be A. And it is asking me enter the student name 2. So I'm giving the name as Babu and giving the name. So student average is 99.876, and student's grade is going to be yes. So the student detail of 1 is Arun, number roll number is 1, average is 98, grade is A. So here we don't want to go and see for each and every array. So there is a name array, roll number array, average array, and we don't want to go for each and array. Instead of that, we have created a structure array. So by using that structure variable, I can access all these variables, so that I don't want to create an n number of arrays. I'm just going to create a single array which will hold all the values inside it. Yes. So this is the advantage of structure. So that if I want to delete a single user's data, then I can delete the specific index value, just the index of a structure, so that I can delete the entire details of my student. So I don't want to see for each and every array individually, and I have to delete it. Though that's not a problem here. Just go and looking for a single structure, and I'm deleting the structure over there. Yes. So this is my static allocation. So now, we are going to change this into a heap allocation or by using pointers. So same here, we are going to create a memory. Instead of using a normal stack allocation, we are going to use it as a pointer. So the only changes is going to be this. So for okay, up to this everyone is clear. Up to this, so creating a structure and getting a value, printing a value using a stack memory allocation. So do you guys are clear up to this? If anyone have any doubts regarding this, you can ask me now. Okay, no doubts. Okay, now we are going to create using pointer or going to allocate memory inside my heap, because stack memory, these values will be only accessed by the function which is created. And if I want to use the same memory or same reference from my another function, then that is not possible. We have to send the starting address of my memory. So for that, what we are going to do is we are going to create it as a pointer reference variable. So how I'm going to create is the same. If I want to create an integer array, I'll be creating it as an int star a. Similarly, here it will be struct student star a star s1. So same for creating a memory for index array. What we did is for variable we'll be using this malloc of how much memory I want to create. So here n into size of int and I'll be converting this reference variable into an integer star. I hope everyone remember this. So I don't want to explain it again. You guys understand this, correct? So how to create an array for integer array using my malloc function. You guys are clear with this, correct? Yes. So now same as how we created a memory here. Where is it? Okay. So instead of using this int, we are going to replace with the struct student. So that is easy for understanding. So if I want to create a memory using this, then I'll be replacing that int with struct student. Struct student star malloc of n into size of struct student. That's it. So this is for just for understanding. But be clear what it states. That is, as this malloc function requires only the memory to be allocated. So how much memory I want to create for you. Just that is the input for my malloc function. So this malloc function gets the number of users or number of students. Okay, I'm getting 2000. So for example, I'm giving it n as 100. Then I have to create a memory for 100 students. 100 students. And again, each memory should be of what size? It should be of structure size. And which structure? It should be of student structure. So each memory should be of size student structure. Do you guys understand this? Why I have given struct student here? Each memory. So here each memory will contain an integer variable so that we created as an size of int. But here each memory should be created of structure size because structure will have n number of variables in it. So n different data types. So each memory should be created with the structure size of student. So this will give the entire student structure size. That is nothing but 2 plus 10 plus 4 plus 1. So that will give me a 2, 12 plus 4, that is 16, 16 plus 1, 17. So total 17 memory. I'm going to create n into 17 memories. Yes? Guys, do you understand why I have used size of student structure? Guys, hello? Are you able to follow it or not? What happened, guys? Only one person is responding. And what about the rest? Guys, please be aware. The steps which I am telling you right now is very, very important. If you are not understanding this, then it is very difficult because the interviewer will expect these questions. These are the questions they will be asking you. So, Sonia, I'm explaining a little bit slower. I'm explaining a little bit slower actually. Okay, so size of struct student. So each memory size of going to be of struct student. So this malloc will just give me the starting address of my memory which has been allocated. So what I have to do, I have to store this address to my reference variable s1. So this s1 is going to hold an address. Whose address? It is going to be a struct student's address. So there is a explanation here. So S1 is a variable which is going to hold the starting address. So for that we have created as a pointer, and this address is going to point a struct student. So the type of my pointer is a student structure pointer. So struct student star. So struct student pointer. So I have to convert this malloc into a type of struct student star. So only I have typecasted it into a struct student star. Yes. So for our better understanding, if you are familiar with this, then we are replacing this int with the struct student. So that will be very easy for us to understand. Okay. So once I have created it, then I will have to get the value. So for a normal integer variable, so I'll be getting it as a scan of %d comma. So if it is an integer array, then what we'll be doing is we'll be having this a, that is my array, plus my index. Correct? So this is my, actually we will get the value as it is. So a plus I. Yes or no? So this will give the starting address of each values or each memory allocations. But what happens here? So scanf. So for example, right now I'm going to get a roll number. So for example, percentage %d, comma, roll number. So to refer this, as we are using this pointer variable, I have to give it as a what? Since it is a pointer variable, I'll be referring it as a with arrow. Okay, sir. So S1. So S1 is going to have n number of values. So n number of values. Okay, sir. So plus I can add my index. Okay, sir. So since I have used this an a plus I, I'm just adding this index reference plus I. Okay, sir. So will this give the starting address of my roll number? So do you guys understand what I have given? So what this S plus I will hold? S1 plus I. S1 plus I will only hold the starting address of that memory location. So just for your reference, I'm just explaining it through this. So consider I'm going to create a two structures. So this is going to be index 0 S of 0 and this is going to be S of 1. So what happens is, so the starting address is going to be 100 and this address is going to be 118x. Yes, and this one is going to be 119x and this is going to be 120x, and from 10 I'm going to add it as 131x, and from here 132x and then 133x and then 134x and then 135x. Correct? So now what we are doing is we are just getting the, so at this point S1, this S1 will hold the value of 100x. That is the entire location, the memory which has been created at specific location, the starting address of this entire location. Correct? So it will get this 100x. So S1 will hold the 100x. Okay, sir. To get the index value, what I did, so I'm adding the index to it. So which is nothing but, so S1 is going to hold this 100x plus index 0. So as it is a pointer addition, what we have to do, we have to add it with the size of my structure size. So size of my structure is going to be 17 memory bytes. So since it is a 0 into 17, that again it gives me 0. So that is 100x plus 0, which is nothing but 100x. And now what I'm referring is 100x of roll number. So will this give the starting address of my roll number? Or consider, since it is a roll number as a starting variable, so if I'm giving it as a name or something as average, will this 100x reference of average, will this give me the starting address of my average? Hundred x of average. No, because if I go and see this 100x, this 100x is going to be represented as the S of 0. This will refer to this entire array, and from 100x I cannot find this average variable. Yes, because 100x is not a variable, it is going to be an address. So what I have to do is, I have to give the ampersand before this. So this is the only difference here. You have to get an ampersand before this to get the starting address of my average. Do you guys get this? To get a value, you have to give an ampersand before it, because this S1 plus I will just give me the starting index of the structure. Yes, and if I want to get the starting index of, starting address of the specific variable, then I have to give the ampersand before it. Please keep this in mind. This is the only difference. Yes, for normal stack memory allocation and pointer based memory allocation. So this is the difference. So we have to give ampersand before it. Do you get this, guys? Yes. So rest all the same. So rest for a roll number, name, grade. So since name is always going to hold the starting address. So I at that point I don't want to give the ampersand symbol. So I can directly give it as a scanf percentage yes, comma. So yes, 1 plus I, which represents the starting index of the student, and name, because name is always going to hold the address. So and for float, the same, percentage F, comma, ampersand S1 plus I. So that is going to be the starting address of my starting address of my structure, and inside my structure I have to get the starting address of my average. So I'm giving it as an average. Yes. So I have to specify it with a bracket. Don't forget the bracket, because address accessing address is, so address of roll number inside that structure. So that is the explanation of it. Do you guys understand? Yes. So just I'm repeating one more time. Just listen. This S1 plus I. So in a normal integer array, this array plus I will always gives the starting address of that specific location. So if it is an integer array, it will be 100x, 100x, 102x, 104x, 106x. So that is nothing but the starting address of my each variable or each value which I need to store. But inside my structure, what happens is my structure has different data types, and each data type has its own memory allocations, because the character array can have a different memory allocation, and integer can have different size, and average can have different size. So I don't know where this average has been created, and I don't know where the grade has been created. So this S1 plus I, the S1 plus I, that is student index plus index, this will give just only the starting address of my structure. It will not give the starting address of my roll number, name, average, grade. It will not give it. It just gives the starting address of my structure, that is 100x and 118x or 134, 136x. That's just the starting address where the structure is present. Yes? Up to this you get it? This S plus I will just give the starting address of my structure. But if I want to get, as it is a scanf, so scanf requires always the address. But I'm just getting the structure, and inside that structure, yes, there is a variable roll number. But to store a value inside that roll number, I need the starting address of my roll number. Is that correct? To store a value inside that roll number, I should get the address of my roll number. Starting address of my roll number. So that is the reason what we are doing is we have to give the ampersand before it. So this will give the structure's address, and inside that structure I have roll number. For saving the value, I have to give the starting address of my roll number. So for getting the address of this variable roll number, I'm giving this ampersand symbol before it. Yes guys, now are you clear? Guys, now are you clear? Yes. Anyone having any doubts in it? Why we are using ampersand before this? Okay. Okay, so shall we implement this? So that's it. So the same for printf, instead of ampersand, we just give the S1 plus name for printf. So that is very easy. That is a little bit very easy, so that we can implement it as it is. So can we implement this? Guys, do you have any doubt in it? So how to create it with a pointed variable? If you have any doubt, you can ask me now, or else I can start implementing it. Okay, so I'm going to create a new project. So new project, and I'm creating it as a console based application, and I'm going to create it as a language as C, and I'm going to create it as struct heap struct with pointer, structure with pointer. So I'm just giving the reference. Okay, project. Okay, finish. So this will create my structure with pointers, and then having the source file as. So just closing this, making it big. So this is visible. Guys, this is visible, or do I want to zoom in more or zoom less? So, but too large. Okay. Okay, is this fine? Okay. Okay, now I'm going to create a structure. So struct student. So inside my student, I'm going to get this roll number. So and also I'm going to create a character array of name. So name of 100, and also I'm going to create a float value. So float average, and then character grade. Okay. So I have created a structure. Now I'm going to create a. So I want to get for n value. So for n users. So for that I'm going to create a n value. So yes, enter the number of students. So I'm getting the value from user percentage d, comma ampersand n. So here I'm going to create a structure variable. So for that, struct student star yes. So to create a structure, I'm going to create a function. So struct student star create memory of integer size, so size of my n. So here it is going to be struct student star yes. So for yes, I'm going to create this function structure student star malloc of number of students into size of struct student. So this will create. So this line will create the memory, and the memory starting address will be saved in this yes variable. So I have to return yes. So since yes is a type of structure students pointer, so the functions create memories return type is also going to be a struct student star. So that is the reason I have given this reference as struct student star. So now I'm going to access, or I'm going to get the value here. So for that I'll be using this create memory function, and the reference for that is n. So this will create, or this will allocate a memory and just send me the starting address to my yes. Yes. So same as in the last session, how we created with int star, here I'm created with struct student star. That is the difference here. Yes, guys, do you understand this? So similarly, I'm going to get value. So get value of, so struct student star, yes, and also another one parameter is going to be number of students. So here inside this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a for loop for int I equal to 0, I less than n, and then sorry, I less than n, and then I plus plus. So this will, I'm going to get the value. So that is nothing but plus one. So first printf name, so scanf percentage yes. So here I'll be getting it as an starting address as s plus index. So s plus index of, so name, and then printf roll number. Okay. It's going to be an average. So next is going to be grade. So for this I have to skip the next character. So for that I'm giving a space, percentage C, comma, the same syntax. So s plus I will give the starting address of my index, and inside that I have to get the starting address of my grade. So that's it. So this will get the n students details, and it will store it in the same reference. Yes. So I'm going to create another function that is going to be a print value. So which is more or less the same. So I'm just copying it and I'm pasting in the bottom with the name as print value. So here the only difference is going to be I don't want this ampersand before it. That's it. And also I don't want this scanf. So if I want to format, I can format it here. Okay, so printf enter the students, enter the okay. Percentage D student details. Okay, I hope this will work. Okay, so now to get a value, I use the function as get value, and the parameter for get value is going to be starting address of my. Okay, I have not done any mistakes. So printf. Hey, this is get value. Okay, yes, all are correct. Okay, now I can just compile this. Okay, everything works fine. So it is coming there. So I'm just zooming in. So is it visible? Okay, I'm entering number of students. It is going to be 2. Oh my god, I have not saved the file. Oh, no, 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 no. What happens is I didn't call the function. So I have to call the function. So get value, get value of structure, yes, and then size of my structure. Similarly, after getting the value, I have to print the value. So print value of structure and also size of my structure. Okay, I don't want this, so I'm just commenting this. Okay, I hope this will work. Yes. So in the last time I didn't call these functions, so only it is not getting any value or doesn't print any value. So I'm just giving 2. So enter the student details. So I'm giving it as a Arun, and roll number is going to be 1, and average is going to be 98.879, and grade is going to be A. And I'm going to enter the student 2 details. It is going to be Babu, and roll number is going to be 2, and the average is going to be 99.879, and this grade is going to be yes. So first student details, name Arun, roll number, average, grade. So second student details, Babu. Okay, actually A is there, and after that I have not given any new line, so it is started there. So just we can do formats. That will do fine. Okay, fine. So that works fine. So this is how I have to get a value using a pointer variable, and also how to print a value. So do you guys have any doubt in it? Do you guys have any doubt in this? guys, you can expect technical MCQ. There is a MCQ questions by using this. So you can get a question like why we are getting ampersand here, and why it is an arrow operator here. Why do I want to give a extra bracket over here? What is the reason? So what will happen if I'm not given any brackets there? So these types of questions you can expect in a technical MCQ. So better be understand this. Why we are given like this. Yes, yes, guys. So any doubts? Any doubts on this, sir? How to create or how to do this? How to do this? Is there any doubt on it? Any doubt in creating a structure or no doubts? Okay, fine. Okay, guys. So before starting linked list, I want to give you two projects or just one project. Just I want you guys to create this simple student structure, and I want to create this functions. So struct student and get value and print value and everything. So what I'm going to do is, so guys, are you there? Are you listening? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a assignment for you. So assignment for you in the same course where you attended the assessment yesterday. So yesterday I have created this. Okay, just I will create a just I will create an assignment and update it in this assignment course. So I want you all to solve that, both using static and also by using pointers. Is it clear? So after completing that, we can continue our next session. So I will be creating the assignment or assessment in this place, or I will be sharing the link where I have created. So once I have created, I will share you the link. Is that fine? So those are not able to still log into Edmatrix, please ask your Suvita ma'am or send me your roll number so that we can reset your passwords. So ping it personally. Okay. Or okay, guys. So I hope everyone is there and can see this reports. So as you can see this, so when you have started and when you have completed and how much time you have taken to complete this test. So all these things are monitored, and I hope you can able to view the solutions now. If you want to view your solutions, you can go and see your attempt so that you can view a solution. You will be having an option as review. In that you can see your solutions there. You can see for the solution which is the correct answer for it and what is the wrong answer for it. So I hope everyone has got this. Yes, and I want to appreciate those who got 25. So Sri Sai Vidya. Sri Sai Vidya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, super. So congrats, ma. So and
Thank you, sir.
one more person, Sri Darshini. Sri Darshini. So they both got the full marks. Sri Darshini, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, congrats. Congrats, ma. Congrats for getting a full score. So I hope you are now understanding how this MCQs. And one more thing, these questions are random questions. And as you can check with your friends, these are, you may know that your friends didn't get the same question that what you got. Okay, so that is one good thing. And yes, most of your friends are got more than 20, 25. So it's nice to see this. All the best. So keep moving. So keep studying, keep moving. So today I'll be just posting on more assignment there. So you have to post your answers there. Is that clear? Yes, guys. So what I said is clear. Do you understand what I said? Yes. Thank you. So thank you for joining. Now you can leave. I'll be uploading the questions and I'll be sharing you the link. So once I have uploaded, then you can start solving the problem. Today, no, it will not be an MCQ. Today, it will be a programming. So I'll be uploading the same, maybe the same program or a different program. So it will be a programming based question. I'll be uploading it to it so that you have to answer. Yes. So thank you all. Thank you for joining. So once the question is uploaded, I'll be sharing you the details. Thank you. Thank you for